Stranger Things is an interesting show, isn't it? What? Oh, a real original, right? What? Come on, dude, stop messing with my video. Bro, I'm literally just vibing over here, reading a pretty surprisingly good book. First, thank you. It can be found on Amazon. But second, I'm not kidding, I have to do my Stranger Things video and I'm trying to be original. How come you just assume it's me? You've already messed with my videos twice. What was the second time? Look, I want my video to stand out instead of just using basic strategies like turning my camera upside down and calling it content. It's already one of the most mainstream shows out there. So, I love it. Oh yeah, of course you do. I bet you like to Netflix and chill with The Office like everyone else on the planet. Yeah, so do you. Dang it, okay, just keep reading my book. Whatever, man. As I was saying, this show is one of a kind. Stranger Things is a 2016 Netflix original show created by two brothers. No, not them, the Duffer Brothers. And keep in mind, when this show was leading up to its premiere, there was almost no hype around it, because people didn't even really know it existed. However, as soon as it dropped, everyone went crazy for it. Literally everyone. I'd never seen anything like it. So for a while, if you had discovered Stranger Things by yourself, you ruled the earth. Until it became one of the most mainstream and basic shows out there. Yeah, this show has gone through severe fanbase whiplash, in an even shorter time than the Star Wars fanbase. And that's saying a lot. But whereas in Star Wars, where you can go from one day worshipping it to the next getting crucified by praising anything about it, to I honestly don't remember anything about this, Stranger Things was much more gradual. Because it still really is a great show, don't get me wrong, but I do think it's starting to get a little stale, and people are starting to get a little tired of it. Now, the show currently has 3 seasons, and each one completely changed the public's perception of the show. The first season, in my opinion, is a masterpiece. I seriously cannot think of anything wrong with it. Everything from the acting, to the pacing, to the legit scares, to the twists, to the raw emotional scenes. It's all perfect. So anticipation was high for the sequel, and it was good. In my opinion, it was just a worse version of the previous season, even though some do like it more. There were a few things I really liked, but nothing wowed the audience like its predecessor. So most were still hopeful, but also a little fearful that nothing could recapture the magic of the first season. But a big reason as why the second wasn't as memorable as the first is the lack of iconography. Think about it. The first season we had Eggos, the Christmas lights, and we're introduced to the captivating Upside Down. But in the second season we had crayon maps? Upgrade? What is this? PNG Eggos? What? Why? Why'd you give me multigrain? Who likes multigrain? You couldn't even give me the original? Look, man, I'm not messing with you. This time. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're trying to sabotage my video so it won't get any views and will be too mainstream. Well, joke's on you. I don't get many views anyway. Congratulations. Yeah, what next? You're gonna give me a bloody nose like 11? You want a bloody nose? No, I'm good. Fantastic. Well, the writers learned that Stranger Things 2 lacked iconography, so welcome to Starcourt Mall, everyone. This place really is the melting pot of all things 80s nostalgia. I mean, I grew up in the 2000s and it still somehow makes me nostalgic. And at the center of it all was Scoops Ahoy. Not only did that arc have the most interesting and funny characters, but they wore those suits through pretty much the whole season. So it's just constantly cramming every bit of iconography and nostalgia down your throat. Oh look, there's JCPenney. Did you get that? Oh look, there's Burger King. Twice. Did you get that? Oh look, there's a whole scene dedicated to New Coke. Did you get that? Seriously, that New Coke scene was one of the most insulting and cringy uses of product placement ever. Never have I ever seen a film use product placement as the only objective of a scene. I can't even finish that. So yeah, they really stepped up the iconography. But whereas in the first season they used all of that to the advantage of the characters and motivations, here it's just there to be there. And I think that can really lose people's awe and connection to everything when you make it too commercialized instead of its own thing. But to be fair, it's still not as bad as the Star Wars sequels. This at least had interesting characters and didn't base the whole thing off nostalgia. The thing that keeps everyone watching this show is the characters. Oh boy, the characters. You will not find a cast of more charismatic and likable characters than Stranger Things. Even the ones you're supposed to hate you still like. See, while the first season had both a really good story and great characters, the later seasons had only the latter. I mean, come on, we went from dark, mysterious parallel universes to a Scooby-Doo episode with evil Russians. But luckily, the characters kept everyone watching, because everyone just fell in love with them when they first premiered. I've never seen more fan edits between characters on YouTube than I have for this show, and actually some of them are pretty impressive. But that just tells you how much people love them, and a huge part of that is the acting. But the thing is, the further the series continued, the more characters were added, which only sidelines some of my favorite characters. I talked about this a little bit before, but the first season had perfect pacing. But as it went on, they started segmenting the characters for more concurring storylines. In season 3, there were about 4 different ones, and I only truly cared about one of them. Yeah, the Scooby-Doo one. That should just tell you all you really need to know about this series now. And also, as the storyline gets segmented, so did the characters and their performances. Noah Schnapp, the actor who plays Will, is one of the best actors on the show. He stole the whole show in season 2. But in 3, he's really just left us sensing the mind flare and feeling his neck like some dude on a 13-hour flight. But that's not to say that all characters get sidelined. Millie Bobby Brown, who plays 11, has one of the best performances in Season 3. She heightens the emotion of any scene she's in to 11. Also, strangely enough, Billy, who didn't have much to do in 2, played by Digger Montgomery, who's also the Red Ranger, is amazing in 3. So I'm not saying that every aspect of the show gets worse as it progresses, but if I'm doing a video about Stranger Things, I want to do everything about it. And just because one of the seasons is perfect, that doesn't mean that everything following after it will be automatically good. Kind of like when I did a video about The Office, except I actually remember something about the later seasons of Stranger Things. Seriously, who was this guy? And I love Season 1 and 3 the same amount, but just in completely different ways. One that was legitimately good and interesting, and the other was just kinda dumb fun. But still lots of fun. I didn't say anything. I know, that's the problem. Alright, I see. You want me to ask you a question so you can give your closing remarks. So, do you think there's any hope for this show? Yes. Nothing will ever top that first season, especially now that it's become so mainstream. That was a phenomenon and took the world by storm. Even Netflix has already tried to recapture the same magic with that one knockoff series. But that said, I'm still really excited for Season 4. Yes, that is mainly just because I love the characters so much, but actually no, that's the only reason. And there really doesn't need to be another one. Whether the story is good or not will determine if this is a legit good season or just dumb fun. But either way, I'll love it just as much, because considering this show had perfect casting, fresh ideas, and came out of nowhere and got popular so fast, it's hard to believe there will ever be anything quite like it again. And even though I don't know why the show decided to turn to this, I've seen Stranger Things. Wow, really? You couldn't even crop the edges? Dude, I'm telling you, I'm not messing with you. Well then who is? Ryan. Jeez, what happened to you? What, you got messed with too? What? No. Some Marvel fanboy chased me after you said that you liked DC in your Wonder Woman video. Cause we look so similar. He ran after you? Well, first he held onto my car, and then he ran after me. What? Yeah. He held onto the wipers for about 6 blocks. I think I lost him in the parking lot of Taco Bell. What? He thinks someone is messing with the Stranger Things video. Oh, I love Stranger Things. Okay, who's been messing with my video? You're probably just delusional. Get some rest. And you need some deodorant. Jeez. So what am I, the smart one of the group? You're probably right. I just don't know who it could be.